you getting nervous?
No. I hit record.
You hit record?
I did. Well, I didn't hit it, but I put the mouse over the button that said start recording, and I clicked it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Literal Ryan.
So
in the old days, I guess that term of hit, click,
hit Rick. I mean,
tap,
I'm just being a
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan's being Ryan.
I'm just being ornery.
Mm-hmm. So, welcome to the Rita and Ryan show. That was Ryan.
Hello.
Who just started the podcast, and I'm Rita. And we are thrilled that you've joined us tonight. We're super excited. Ryan's a little scared.
Yep.
That's all I know. He's a little nervous tonight. So
Not sure what Rita's
We'll dig deep. We'll dig deep into why Ryan is so afraid. So Ryan, how's your week going?
Oh, it's good. I'm tired. I'm ready for a day off. Worked very hard. Doing manual labor.
So that's a great way to start off the show.
Yeah.
So Ryan's tired. I'm not tired because I really didn't do manual labor at all today. Because I don't do that. But I did a lot of mental labor. I was thinking a lot. So Ryan, not a lot of topics, just things that I've been dying to talk to you about and share with our grand audience. Okay, first of all, we have to thank our 3 biggest fans. Your mother, of course, even though Ryan informed me tonight, his mom's not listening as much.
Maybe she might be. She didn't bring it up the last time we talked.
But always going to thank Ryan's mom because, and
thanks, Mom.
she can binge watch.
Right.
Maybe she's just playing it cool and she's going to collect, 3 or 4.
She's got stuff to do.
She's got stuff to do. 2 other people who have stuff to do, our other 2 biggest fans, Jenny Fox, Chef Jenny, the Indianapolis, Indiana area, is a personal chef and a meal prep extraordinaire. That's her business. We also have Kimmy, who is a, I would say specialist and in spirituality. She has her own business. And so they listen every week when the show comes out. So ladies, they're going to be 2 of our first guests that we're going to have on. And
thanks,
right now we're set up to have 1 at a time. But my biggest dream for the Rita and Ryan show is to have both Jenny and Kimmy and I on the show with Ryan. Because Ryan is going to sit exactly like you see him right now for an hour going, what? Because I will coach the ladies on how to torture Ryan.
Oh, it's not hard.
It's not hard to torture you?
Nope.
Oh, Ryan, that's something I haven't even thought to ask you. You're easy to torture? And on a scale from 1 to 10.
That's why I was scared.
Meter?
That's why I was scared for the thing, because I'm pretty easy to torture. What is in store?
So that will be the thumbnail for the Jenny, Kimmy, Rita, and Ryan show. Torture. Pretty easy to torture, right? Is that a good name for it?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll
Ryan,
see.
think outside the box. So this is what I was thinking of. Okay, R&R show, because we're fancy.
Yes.
Stands for Rita and Ryan. But in the military, it also stands for rest and relaxation.
It does.
And I thought, what a great selling point. Listen to us jibber jabber and blather on for an hour.
That's what I think of when I think of R&R and us. We are rest and relaxation for your ears, for your mind, for your soul.
Are you rest or are you relaxation? Would it go in order kind of like the Rita and Ryan? So I would be rest and you would be relaxation? Because you're not very relaxed.
Yeah. I need rest. So
All right. So we're going to flip it. I will be the relaxed one who talks nonstop.
Yeah. And I will, because...
Oh, I was doing my inner hum. Out loud.
Your ohms.
That was my inner hum out loud.
You were doing your ohms.
My ohms.
Yep.
No, mine are hums. I think I'm outside the box, so I'm gonna That sounds like everybody else.
I don't know. I've only ever made that noise when I'm doing yoga.
Om or hum?
Om? I think it's om.
Om?
Really,
because people, so is there a book or manual that says say om? Or you're just following the yoga instructor and they say om?
Yeah, I'm just following the class.
Be a leader, hum. Be that one person in class that doesn't om. Come on, Ryan, you can do it.
I mean, it's basically the same noise.
No, it's not. Om and hum are two different vowel usage. Okay, so speaking of music, humming would be considered music. Is there a list of music that doesn't have copyright issues that we could sing on the show somewhere? You know, they have stock photos that you could use. Is there a list of music?
There might be.
Or does it go back to the 1600s?
No, maybe. I don't know. I can see. Why? What are you wanting to do?
Well, I wanted us to write a theme song.
Yeah, we can do that.
But you wanted to rap, and I thought.
No, I didn't. You
didn't want to rap our theme song?
You said rap.
No, you said rap. I did not say rap.
I
said Gilligan's Island, 3-hour tour. And you said that's weird.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Roll the tape.
Okay,
go back to the show and roll the tape.
Go back.
No, go back.
You go back. No, I didn't.
I've already watched it.
All right. Okay.
All right. So now you're completely refusing to acknowledge that you don't want to rap anymore for the rest of your life.
No, I never said that. I just didn't necessarily say rapping for the theme song. I don't know about that.
Okay, could you sing and I rap?
If you want to rap.
Come on. It would be my debut rap.
I liked the theme song idea. Like the jingle.
Yes. Oh, now I remember. You're right. You didn't say rap.
No, I said I liked the jingle, like the Gilligan's Island, the theme song, the Full House, Step by Step. Like, right. Yeah, that's the one. I stand
corrected, Ryan. I stand corrected. For the first and only time, I will admit this on the show. You were correct. Because
I'm actually like, I remember that because I'm actually looking forward to trying to write a weird like sitcom-y theme song. I think it.
But how would you describe it? You can't say weird. It's just way too in your face. But I'm thinking now that the rest and relaxation. Can we rhyme relaxation? Does a jingle need to rhyme?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. Probably needs to.
Do you ever just say yes? Or is everything just probably, maybe, possibly?
Basically. Because there is the world is full of infinite possibilities.
Oh, good. Somebody should put that on a bumper sticker or a T-shirt.
and
any more axioms you want to tell us?
Any more what? Axioms?
Axioms? You want to tell us, sayings that
I'm sure
the world is infinite possibilities.
I'm sure I probably have a few more. They'll come out.
So we talked about rest and relaxation now, and then talked about our theme song, which kind of leads me to what I've been thinking about, making plans for our show to just explode and become the worldwide wonder that it actually is. We just can't prove it by followers. Because no one can see the 80 billion trillion fans. And I don't know why they're shy. They don't write comments on our YouTube account.
Right.
And I think they're telepathically watching the show because the algo's not showing all the care. But I know they're there.
It plays at night while they're sleeping.
Right. That's good. Or they're tapping into somebody else's watched show.
Yeah.
So it only counts one time.
It's a ripple effect.
Maybe. So, Ryan.
Through the universe.
How are we going to get more people to see us?
Well,
did you just do hand effects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a ripple. Out
Yes.
into the anyway.
So
how are we gonna get more fans?
is that too on the spot?
No.
Should we give something away? Should we have a contest?
No. I am, let me see. One thing I would like to do, and hopefully it will happen in the next day or so, is get the merch online. And
so
I'm hoping to, which could help.
It could help, but if they don't follow us, how are they going to know about the merch?
It's something to promote.
Oh.
And so along with that, I would finally put the Facebook page up with it, so that way we could start.
But shouldn't we have our own Twitter account with the fancy R&R Rita and Ryan Podcast? Or
sure.
do you like to have it just do trash?
No, I don't. No, I mean, if you, yeah, I'm down to have one.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, if there are any of those that you want to set up, go for it. If I'm not being fast enough on one,
no,
I can do.
It's not a matter of not being fast enough. I'm just saying.
So yeah,
I'm thinking,
any platform.
I have like 90 followers on my small business podcast.
Yeah, any platform that you are like, hey, I think we should sign up for. Don't even worry about like consider me in if you ever want to sign us up for stuff.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch. So yeah, put me down for that if you're ever like, oh, we need to do that and want to set up an account. Yeah, that's a good thing. And we can
I think people.
And if I set something up, I'll let you know. So just let me know whenever you set one up, and then I'll let you know whenever I set one up. And which will be good to have all those. And which also I think the merch will be good because it gives us something to put out.
Is the merch page like a landing page? Or is it just a page through Trash Can Conductor? Could we promote the link to that page?
I can do both. Probably.
Only because, I mean, it's in the infant stages, but it would be.
No, I need to put it. I do have a podcast tab, and so I do need to update that, and so. Yes, we can.
Because I can put us on Anchor, so I'm happy to, because I really, really, really haven't promoted the show.
Right. And no, me neither.
Right.
But people have been watching, and I'm.
People have been watching. I mean, do we really want to get that big? Do we just want to keep it down to 50 people, or do we want to promote?
We will. Yeah, I think we should naturally ramp up to it. And I think we're doing a good job in moving forward. We're about to start having guests soon.
Fancy. And right, so this is episode number 9.
So that could actually be okay. What would you like me to do first on the docket? Set up the landing page for the website. For the landing page for us. To start posting the episodes and the merch and that, or and start setting up a couple of social media accounts, or doing
well, I can do that.
Or doing the out. Yeah. Okay, so you can do some of the social.
I can do the social. Yeah.
Would you rather me do the website
yes,
updating thing before the overlay? Like, which order would you like me to do? Would you like to maybe wait a week to do, just in case I don't?
You can take as much time, because I think the social media is just pointing to the channel right now. We're going to be pointing to you, right? and just start letting people know, hey, we're on Twitch, we're on, and whatever else I can find to put a quirky talk show on, podcast.
Cool. No, I was saying, would you rather me do the overlay to get guests on first before I start the website, or would you rather me just go ahead and turn us on for online to set up a landing page real quick?
Give me
or not real quick.
Could we do the overlay and the web page by the first Saturday in July? That's 3 weeks from now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
because I know I can get at least one of those done this weekend while I'm off.
Yeah, because remember, that timing wise, right? Because we may not be stuff, but
right.
we could.
So I can. That's what I was saying. So I know I can get one of them done. I don't know if I can get. So the next one would have to be next weekend.
Oh, good.
Or
yeah.
So
all good.
Cool. So I will. Yeah. I will actually do the landing page and.
Great, and then I'll start to
set up for
pick apart social media and start establishing ourselves, and see, just start searching for different places, just to keep just collecting places that we can, cool. And then we can, I know how to pull from the site YouTube to upload to Anchor, so I can start an Anchor podcast. We can promote that, get it on Spotify, Apple, just more places to get our name out. So
right,
great, that is good. Well, we just had a meeting. Thank you very much in front of everybody.
And I maybe to get more fans. I'm wearing one of Sam Tripoli's shirts, local celebrity. So I'll
congratulations.
Yeah, so I'll tweet at him that I'm wearing one of his shirts, and we have a podcast.
Well, and that makes me wonder. Dream guests. Who will be our future dream guests? We know we're going to have our number one fans, Kimmy.
Yeah, I'd love to have Sam Tripoli on. I think that'd be. Who else?
That's just one person. So that's 3 guests we're gonna have.
Oh, so that's I love. I mean, a lot of the comedians.
Anybody who likes us. If you like us and you like the show and you just want to sit and chit chat.
The voice actor that followed that I tweeted out at my cartoons and he liked them and started following me. I'd love to have Greg on. I've been a huge fan of his.
Mm-hmm. And then John, your friend John, who's super busy right now.
Yeah, I actually texted him earlier that we would love to have him on. I told him we were recording tonight. We've actually been working on music. And so that is my main priority tomorrow is I need to record at least one song because I just need to finish the scratch vocals for 2 more songs, and then we're going to be done with the album we're doing. And well, not done. We still need to arrange some of the songs so I can go back and record the official vocals. Because these have breath marks and we're doing it just to sort of for arrangement purposes.
Mm-hmm. But I was just talking to Alex last week about both of us are the same kind of thing. Sometimes when you do many, many different things, and you can be good at spinning plates all over the place, but then all of a sudden you go, I need to complete this because sometimes the spinning plates keep falling because your attention was, this is me. This is what Alex said. I can imagine he's super organized, but you think, oh, that's great. But then in the back of your mind thinking, I just have to finish that one thing. It's going to take an hour. It's only going to take an hour. I'm going to start something else. But it's such a great sense of accomplishment when you go,
it's something that I just want to do it for me. I don't know. I've been working really because I'm not trying to really get famous or be a famous musician anymore. I'm just doing it for fun, really, because John and I like making music, and so kind of if people like it, they like it. If not, whatever, we like it. And so I've been working real fucking hard, so I just kind of want to
No, and I think it's good, especially for people who recognize they have such an artistic and creative streak.
Yeah.
That you can be a business person. I find myself incredibly creative. That's what I do. It's like I just feel like I mean the word innovation. Find a different way. Create. Figure out this puzzle. Is there another? How do we make it better? How do we make it bigger? And so that can you can use your analytical skills and your creative skills, and then there are times where it spills over from your day-to-day work life into saying, hey, I'm going to try something different. And that's kind of the creative part. It's like, oh, you had no idea what could really, like little things like this. I look forward to doing our show together because I think it's fun. And
I do too.
Right. And it's just, and it gives me experience behind the laptop camera and trying to figure things out. But there's, it's a whole new world for people who, you used to be the Skype meetings.
Yeah, and podcasting
yeah.
with someone else is so much more fun than just doing it by yourself, interviewing.
Yes. It absolutely isn't. Yeah, and I think for me personally,
and actually, it's booking for me. Like,
yeah.
I just don't. I get kind of exhausted.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Like with that, where it's like, hey, right. and I'm not. Yeah. My schedule's not been free enough for me to really like work out a lot of booking things, especially right. being on the West Coast and everybody I want to come on the show is 3 right. hours ahead of me.
Well, I think that one idea that I had for us is create the show, get it out there, and then start saying, if you like the show and you want to come on, give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. I mean, you can't be, but you kind of be like-minded and say, hey, what do you want to talk about today? Or, and well, it's kind of like you and I, because
I think I'm probably close to feeling comfortable to doing this live. So
that's great.
Yeah. So, which is cool because right. then that is one step closer to having call-in guests.
Oh, I would love that. Now, are you feeling really like the whole thing about feeling comfortable? Is it mainly on a technical level?
Yeah, like on a technical level.
Because we're kind of live now talking.
And it's like when you're watching the boards and trying to perform at the same time, right. it engage and make sure nothing's screwing up and everything's ticking right. And so, it's like balancing all the balls in the air. Like, because even though it doesn't, I may look like I'm not doing like a whole lot. I am doing multiple things.
Right.
And so
I'm not doing anything. I'm not, just for the record.
And and for me, this is actually kind of fun because I enjoy being able to be like, all right, how many balls can I keep in the air? Since I can't actually juggle, I think it's fun to juggle tasks around at the same, to function for.
Maybe we should learn how to juggle. Juggling doesn't look that difficult.
It's so hard for me. I don't know what it is. I've tried. I've wasted, I don't know, maybe if you add up all the time that I've spent trying to juggle, months.
I bet there's a YouTube video that will teach us how to juggle.
I think it's a coordination inability with me. Yeah. I think it's a coordination inability, like some sort of weird tactile malfunction.
Now, how hard did you try?
I've tried so hard.
Really?
Yeah, I've spent hours.
Because really, I think the
I can get it going maybe
right.
twice. Once I'm and that's as
because
good as
isn't
I
it?
get.
It's really about learning how to throw the balls because your eyes stay straight ahead. You don't look at the balls. It's like your maybe you have no peripheral vision.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I have.
Well, you would know that when you drive.
I mean,
you should be able to see a car coming.
I was in marching band, so you have to have peripheral vision to, That's what they kept, they were like, use your peripheral vision, because you got to look straight ahead.
Okay, so let's do this makeup of you. You were in the marching band.
Yep.
You can't juggle.
No.
Where were you going to get your cool vibe from?
I didn't really tell a lot of people I was in band.
Really?
Yeah, like I played bass guitar, and so all I did was ever talk about this like sort of like metal band that I was in through most of high school. Like, so that's mostly what I did.
Yeah, see the thing I
I
think
mean, I
too.
didn't lie
Yeah, guys.
about being in band, but that wasn't it. My parents made me do it, and so if I'd have had
Well, I think too.
my
It was harder
druthers,
for.
I would have
Yeah.
gone into art. Like I would have gone into drawing, instead of band.
I think that it's harder for guys to be marching band dudes than it is for girls, and same thing with choir. But
I was
it all
in
depends,
choir for 1 year. I actually really liked choir. That was fun.
Me too.
It was.
But it
we
was
did
a different time.
Yeah, we did some dancing, so I actually had to learn. Oh, it was so awkward. Like I had them. They made a lot of the guys. We had some of the most minimal moves.
Like with the whole choir, you had to like back and forth and clap and everything.
Yeah, our choir was small enough to where we actually did performance moves while we were singing some of our songs.
Can you dance?
No, not at all.
So you can't juggle. You can't dance.
No, I can rhythmically move, sort of. It's. I don't. I mean, I might be able to dance if someone like actually taught me how to dance.
Okay.
Like, I might be able to. I'd love to be able to break dance.
So this reminds me. So Chef Jenny Fox, the amazing personal chef and food prep extraordinaire from the Indianapolis, Indiana area. What she does, she goes into people's homes. I mean, they hire her to do personal parties. She goes and cooks these amazing meals. So last night she sends me pictures of these dishes. So it's stunning. So I said, she goes,
does she post those on her Instagram?
Maybe, I don't know. But I have to get. She probably does.
If she doesn't, she should.
She probably does. But the point is, of the whole story, she's like, because she worked so hard, because all the prep, she's got a food prep business and a personal chef business in the Indianapolis, Indiana area. By the way, I love Jenny so much. But she's like, wow, when we get together, I'm going to hire a personal chef to feed us. Because Maine's saying that she's exhausted as you are. She works every day of the week because you're always,
Yep.
So I think when we all get together, we need to videotape it.
Yeah.
And we'll find a place.
Hire
central.
A camera crew.
We could hire we get famous enough, have enough money, hire a camera crew. We could do road trip via airplane road trip.
Oh,
you don't like airplanes?
I'm kind of. We can see how it goes. I'm probably gonna be flying in the fall, maybe. So we'll see how it goes.
You like to fly?
No, I haven't been in an airplane since like 2008.
Okay, so here's the thing. I love road trips and I love driving all over the place. That would be the bomb for you and me to drive from California to wherever Jenny is at the time. And then we'll collect as many people along the way, to go, hey, where everybody who's part of it.
Yeah, get one of those. Get one of those. Mercury Mercedes Sprinter vans.
But how much money are you gonna make?
All of it.
Okay, all of it. So
and then some.
We're gonna make so much money that we have but we're gonna have the Mercedes, but we'll have to drive ourselves.
Yeah, we'll stop off and interview people.
And Ryan can't juggle or have peripheral vision, so we know who's driving on this trip. And then how are we we can record? Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
I'm a good driver.
Show? No, but then, right, that would be so funny, wouldn't it?
What?
A road trip across the United States with you and me.
Yeah.
We could
Recording
document it.
recording all the little stop. We can hit some touristy spots, some off the beaten spots.
Yes.
Make some videos about America.
USA.
Woo.
Yes. But see, this is what I think, though. Honestly, wherever Jenny's going to be, I think we should have Jenny fly to California, and then we all go drive together, because she'd be a hoot. And newsflash, she can cook for us. Come on. We can go to the grocery store to say, Jenny, can you whip up a delicious salad for me? Because Ryan doesn't care. And give Ryan, because Ryan doesn't care about food.
I'll eat whatever.
I know. But wouldn't that be fun? So that was my thought. I thought,
well, not
OMG.
whatever, but
But you could appreciate it, because you could appreciate having a chef cook for you.
Yeah.
Who's our biggest fan? Well, that was the thing too. Is like last week, when we were having our meeting, when Jenny and I were meeting, and then you joined us to fix the camera for 3 people, and you were like, "I don't care about food. I just eat for food." I'm thinking, read the room, Ryan. You're talking to a chef.
I know. It's
all she does is food. I'm
that's
sitting there going,
why the irony of the whole situation does not escape me. I love it. I think it's great.
But isn't it kind of not nice?
Because I do. Like, I appreciate food. Like, good food is good food, and I like having it, especially when it is around other people and like a fellowship for parties, and you're hanging out. Yeah, food,
Right.
awesome. But if you're by yourself, I'm by myself a lot. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not,
right.
trying to entertain or commune. It's just nourishment.
You got to commune more, Ryan. Rest and relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
You got to commune. Get that inner hippie going.
Oh yeah, I commune outside a lot with nature.
With
nature, up in the hills, planting trees. I plant a lot of stuff.
So you're a tree planter, but not a juggler.
Nope, I'm a tree planter, but not a juggler. I planted some bougainvilleas. I think that's what they're called. A couple days ago.
What color?
Pink.
Yeah.
And so I plant all kinds of stuff. Fun succulents.
It's a great place to grow. California's a great place to grow.
Yeah, where I work, it's up in the Hollywood Hills. Mm-hmm. Right under the Hollywood sign.
Yep.
So it's great. Like, it's if you're gonna be in LA, like that's the place to be, man. Like it's epic.
You don't want to be in LA.
No, you really don't. But if you have to be in LA, like,
yes, there are beautiful parts in that, right?
Yeah,
I see LA.
I get to see the Hollywood sign every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see the Hollywood sign every day. I was out there when the Holly Boob prank, where they made it say.
Mm-hmm.
I was out working there, and I hear like helicopters, and they're like, and then I hear the like people go over to the speaker. They're like, don't even do it. Don't think about it. And so I was like, what? And ran over, and I filmed the whole thing. Like, I filmed them dropping one of the letters, running down the hill, like all the way up.
Did they get arrested?
Yeah, I filmed that too. Like, I filmed it like all the way up until them.
So what kind of charge would that be? That probably just be
minor vandalism, I think.
Right.
Trespassing.
Yeah, maybe. Who owns that land up there? Is that federal? Somebody must own it. Maybe.
The city, I think.
Don't know, don't care. I live in Northern California.
They need to put shoot, I don't know what it's called. They have like a ski lift thing, but bigger.
For people to take pictures around it?
No, to travel. Like you know
up the hill.
Yeah, up the hill. They really need to put one of those on the Burbank side, and so people can go up there. Like, because parking is just a disaster.
Right.
Up there, like with people trying to go
Touristy.
yeah, especially the like the park over by the lake.
People like to go to parks by lakes.
Yeah, and there is no parking
Mm-hmm.
there. Like there's street parking for like, I don't know, a couple hundred, like 150 yards, a couple hundred yards maybe, and and it's ridiculous. It's like one of the most iconic landmarks on the planet, and there's no parking.
Hollywood sign is one of the most iconic. I don't think it's even in the top 10. I live near the Golden Gate Bridge.
100.
You go across the bridge on the Sausalito side.
That's a
and
landmark.
You park and you stand there and you look at that view of San Francisco with that red bridge there. That is iconic.
Yeah.
I don't think the Hollywood sign, somebody putting up a big Hollywood sign. I get what you mean. Iconic meaning everybody knows you're in the desert.
Yeah, when people come to LA, they want to come
to the Hollywood sign. No.
To the Hollywood sign. It's
tourists.
Yeah, it is a huge, like, it's like living next to the Eiffel Tower or something, but not,
oh my God.
It's just
Eiffel Tower.
It's just a thing.
The Empire State Building. There's the Golden Gate Bridge, and then there's the Hollywood sign. One of these things does not belong, Ryan.
None of them. The Golden Gate Bridge is cool. It's especially useful, and the Empire State Building is useful. But the Eiffel Tower is.
When I think of iconic, I guess I think of I get it. But if you are in the biz, if you live in LA, the Hollywood Hills are stunning. They're beautiful. Mm-hmm. But I guess I think more iconic is the skyline, the Hollywood Hills. In the surrounding area of the county of LA, but I guess the Hollywood sign, because it's like Disneyland.
It's
in Anaheim.
Physical. It is a physical representation of the entirety of it.
Huh? I honestly never thought of that, because I think of not everybody in LA works
and also,
for the Hollywood.
Like
what about the music industry? Look
every day, I see the amount of people like take pictures of it. Like I like.
Oh yeah.
Like, and so that's where it's like, it is a lot of people. And
no, I think yes, I think it is. If you're going to be LA, especially if you're going to LA as a tourist, it is definitely a landmark.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's kind of, it's just a visual representation of what Hollywood.
Do you know why I'm so biased against Southern California? I used to love it. Because
a lot of people here are assholes.
Well, because when I was coming up, there was definite discrimination between LA girls and Bay Area girls. You know what it was.
Okay, yeah. So I get it.
Blonde and beautiful were LA. The smart and brunettes were the Bay Area.
Okay, I get it.
So, of course, I twisted that around and say, okay, so no fake face, no fake boobs. And I'm smart. I'll take that. See, that's my bias. It's all personal. And I know not everybody, but that was the kind of thing. It's like, oh, you hippies down there. It's like, we didn't need to have plastic faces. Because it came from an old school of saying, and on a serious note, it was just coming up to say, utilize your brain, get out of that whole, that it's not just your body and your face. So, also expand your brain and your mind and go for things more so than being a model.
I hear a lot of good things about San Diego. Like, I haven't been there. But
San Diego's
you know, if
beautiful.
you like that, you know, it's still Southern California, but without
Santa Barbara,
but
San
without all
Diego.
the shallowness of Los Angeles.
Yeah, but I think too, maybe, and you know what, it's because it's just like I say, it's biased and it's kind of tongue in cheek because it's not representative of everyone. Now, when we
Oh
talk
yeah,
show
it's
people live all over the world. Show people can be a little disingenuous, shall we say? But
and
that whole
it's a
thing, but
city
it's kind of
full of
like
people
right,
trying to be show people.
show
So
people, right?
yeah,
And that would sell their soul for that moment. I just saw a really great interview with Emma Thompson about kind of the sickness that has been since the beginning of the movie industry and the, you know, the entertainment industry in terms of the hierarchy of power, like the power struggle. And it was just, but she goes, we're still, you know, in this day and age, there is still so much power struggle in the entertainment industry between men and women. And you know, compared to any other industry. So it's just really interesting for yeah, and because in my world, which I'm not in the entertainment industry, but the way I see it is because it is a business of show, and people who invest want to make their investment back and more. So
need to sell those
it's all of
ads.
these focus groups and people deciding what the kids want to see these days, who our market is these days, kind of thing. And so you just get a lot of, I'll just say the last 10 years, everything has been a redo, or now we're going to take and make Scooby-Doo movies, and now we're going to do the same thing over and over, because that is a guaranteed bet that
And
people are going to want to see.
all of it's so bad too. Like I don't really like a lot of like I don't really watch a lot of movies anymore. There are some
Right.
TV shows that are more current that I like and watch, but like Hollywood's basically ruined my childhood for entertainment. Why? Like
Well,
I
and then I'm
just
hoping
don't.
the
Which is
pendulum,
cool because
yeah,
that means I've grown. Like they haven't ruined. Like I'm just over a lot of stuff, but
right.
honestly, there are there's really only a couple things. Superman and Lois that's out right now. That's actually really good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
super surprised by that, by how like the quality, like as far as how it's shot and put together and the special effects, as well as the writing and the story. It like
Who's doing that? Is it on Netflix or Disney or?
no, it's on the CW.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, yeah. It's after watching Superman and Lois, it's hard to watch their other superhero shows
No kidding.
now because the quality difference is just so like HBO Max own, you know, because they own all of that. So HBO Max actually padded the budget for the Superman and Lois show to go to
Mm-hmm.
HBO Max,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the app after it airs.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, it's a really interesting, and I know just watching interviews of across the entertainment,
oh,
music, theater,
yeah,
everything, you know,
I find all of the behind, a lot of the behind the scene, like that is so much more interesting to me now.
right?
Like,
But talking, excuse me for interrupting, but big part of Hollywood, because there are so many incredibly talented people that we'll never ever hear of. And
yeah,
so almost every honest actor, actress, um, theater person, I mean, just a musician says it's a lot about luck. One person happens to see in a club, one person happens to know
mm-hmm.
somebody who wrote a screenplay, who thought, you know, somebody saw you in a play 5 years ago in San Francisco when they were doing, you know, the on the road version. Just
And who you know, when you
it's who
know,
you know,
it's who you
who you
know,
know,
when you know,
right?
when they need. Like it's a crazy,
Right. So that's that weird part of saying someone's reading a book. I watched an
it's such a
interview.
weird
Right.
life. I chose like a weird life
Yeah,
to
it
be out
is.
here in all
Right.
of this, and it uh yeah, and I don't and my goal is really just to make art, however, you know, that is. But I also, you know, when you see when you see how the sausage is made, so to speak, it's like I just don't. it's not as fun as I thought it was sometimes.
Yeah, and then on some hands, I mean, I give them a hard time. You think show people, sometimes they're so dramatic, and then I think, how many people are resilient? Because you get a zillion no's before you get a callback, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you keep trying, and so I guess that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like I would act in something, but I would never want to be an actor. Like if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Like
And
I wouldn't like if someone were like, "Oh, you're great for this role," and do like, I'll do it. But I can act. I'm a good actor when I feel like acting.
I'm not.
But I don't like it's not often I feel like actually acting. But
could you act and juggle? See now,
no.
see if an actor would learn how to juggle.
I wouldn't be able to do that. One of
said,
my
Ryan, this is a part of a lifetime. Can
my
you juggle?
first my first YouTube video, I wanted a juggling homeless clown in it, and I couldn't and I couldn't juggle. Well, I mean, and so I needed someone to juggle. My friend Joe did it.
You couldn't be the juggler.
No, I couldn't be the juggler.
I think I'm gonna learn how to juggle just to teach you, because that's how much I love you.
It's yeah.
Or I could
tried.
throw.
But you would be rubbing it in my face that you learned how to juggle very easily, and I've tried so very hard to not. So you could you'd win.
I would not, Ryan. Just because I'm exceptional at something that you're not doesn't mean I'm rubbing it in your face.
I'll just wipe it on your shirt. I won't rub it in your face.
All right, that's going to be a fun road trip, because if you're going to drive, I'm going to juggle the first 800 miles.
Nice.
So we have a plan. So, okay, I have brought up all kinds of things. I mean, I've got a bunch of things I'm always thinking of. Do you have anything that you want to enter into the vault of this interesting conversation?
Oh, I've
Okay, good. So I've got something.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, this goes under true crime, because when I was a kid in my town.
I thought you were gonna talk about the that mouse
I'm going to update you on the mouse. I was going to close with the update on the mouse. There's a mouse update.
Okay. The talking about a criminal, some B&E that dude. Yes. Okay. So true mystery, true crime.
So I was just thinking the other day, because thoughts come to me and think, these true crime shows, I used to be addicted to them, and I could figure them out. And I'm thinking, I could figure out based on how they edited the show, like the date lines and everything. But true crime is hard to figure out.
It's a formula.
Yes. But it made me think of when I was a kid, a pastor in our town murdered his wife in a very gruesome way. Well, the whole town was shocked and appalled. And of course, he said, there was a burglary. I woke up and my wife's head was smashed in. And they came in and did forensic testing, and that was the newspaper. They found methamphetamine. They found things broken. There was a burglary gone wrong.
Was it the pastor's meth? Or did the burglar have meth?
What happens is,
were they
the next day, this is how he was convicted. The next day, he gets arrested for the murder of his wife, because the police say something's not adding up in Dodge.
Yeah, where'd the meth come from?
Well, I'll get to it, Ryan. What happens is, while he's in jail, he's talking to another inmate and saying, okay, I set this thing up with my friend, and I want you to murder him. So he was trying to do a murder for hire deal. He gets out of jail because they said, listen, he got a lawyer. They say within 24 hours, you have not enough evidence to convict this guy. So he needs to go out. The next day, he goes back to jail to visit the inmate that he was trying to set up the murder for hire with. And that's when they got him. So they go calling the guy is talking about, which is his best friend, and he confesses right away. Go, yeah, I helped rough up and throw meth around and break things to make it look like a burglary. So they arrest the husband again, and on the witness stand, he confesses that he had planned for 17 days. He was kind of faking her out. He was talking to a lot of people about how he needed to end this because he felt trapped, and he said she was like the perfect wife. This was his story. She was the perfect wife. She wanted to live this idyllic life. And as a pastor, he just felt trapped in her perfect life. Now, of course, they brought 80 zillion people saying she was the nicest woman in the world, and he's a psychopath. But to the jury, he admitted it, but he tried to say it was her fault for trying to be so perfect. Okay, so here's the gist of the story. He's been trying, he got 25 years to life for first-degree murder. And every 4 years, he goes up for parole, and the parole board keeps denying him because they can, just based on the heinousness and the fact that he didn't have any prior criminal record. And even though he's been a model prisoner, he's got a degree, he's got all these different things. They said, you're more terrifying on the outside because nobody suspected a pastor of the church to kill his wife. Here's the thing I found amazing. I remembered the story, but I couldn't remember the guy's name. So I typed in, California pastor murders wife. And like 10 pages of different pastors that tried to murder their wife. It wasn't just him. I'm like, then I removed California. There's a pastor problem. And I think, I'm thinking, is the pastor saying he doesn't want to tarnish his image but he wants to live a different life. He wants to get the old ball and chain out. But it's like, how do you reconcile that? Or do you think there's, obviously there's a narcissism, psychopathic, borderline personality, all those different things. But people, maybe there are some pastors that have that power thing too, where they're like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that trippy? I was surprised because I'm thinking this one guy.
So pastors are killing their wives and priests are
or trying to hire their best friends to do it.
Kids. Oh, man.
But check this out, though. The way he murdered her was while she was sleeping. He bludgeoned her with a fishing weight, weighed about 2 pounds, and it was small, like a disc. That's some anger issues, right? Or you have no soul. That's what they say when stabbings are more rage, but slamming a fishing weight into somebody's brain until they are brain damaged or dead, and it's your wife, 20 years. Something's wrong. So I can totally see because once I looked up his name, all of these they have these cases of every 4 years he gets denied parole, even though every 4 years, perfect role model, the therapists say he's low risk to the outside, he does well inside. But the parole board keeps saying, that ain't it, chief. Because the scariest thing is that how do you have this amazing, because everyone said they had the most amazing marriage until he killed her. So that, and I'm kind of with the parole board on that to say, so unpredictable. You're, in terms of being on a pedestal, because a pastor is seen in a higher light of ethical and moral standard.
Yeah, you're
right. You're right
talking,
up there.
You're representing God.
Right. And so we think, and they're also preaching to live a godly life. Doesn't include killing your wife with a fishing weight.
Well, according to the Bible, it doesn't, you're not supposed to do those. You're not supposed to kill people.
No, of course.
Including your wife.
That's right.
And so,
I would say most especially your wife, because Aren't you? You can't covet your.
I would be. I wasn't aware of this. Like, I don't really like murdery stuff, but this is kind of interesting because it makes me wonder, like the statistics for it. Like is a lot of it for the same reasons? Like, do they snap? Like, are they killing their wives because God tells them to? Like, do you think they got caught doing something?
A lot of times, a lot of
And they
I didn't
were,
go through all of them. It was unusual when, like I said, the word pastors, but I mean, and I know that we're almost out of time, but just I think sometimes when, especially religion, and when it goes too far to one extreme, and we can look at a lot of different religions that have a lot of weird stuff that break moral between priests, and then you got this list of pastors. A lot of the pastors, though, wanted to get rid of her because they had a new baby mama or, a girlfriend on the side that was going to change life, and they knew their reputation. There's no reason for this beautiful woman to be divorcing, right? Because she's the dutiful wife who spent the life. So it's like an ego thing to say, he knows well enough that I can't divorce her because there's really no reason to divorce her except for my own needs.
So
but
gross.
it's just it was that's why I wanted to mention it, to go, I thought I'd see one, but not a whole list of different pastors, but it does make it more egregious. I mean, they are men and they're just regular people, and for the life of me, I think that I don't like seeing the hurt and the hideousness of it. This is my take on and I don't know. I don't want to even classify it as some way or not, but I heard once this woman say, this young man murdered my daughter. He'd been after, they were 18 years old. He'd been after her and after her. And she's like, listen, I'm not into you. And one night he said, please, let's just go out and talk. Takes her out in the middle of nowhere and kills her. And she said something, and that's what makes me, made me look at these shows. And she said, the thing is, the killer in the end tells the story. She's like, my daughter can't tell the story. So they go to trial. And that's the interesting thing to me is the trial part of it, what the jury gets to hear. And the whole case is, here's the DA saying, this young man drove her out. She ends up dead. His prints are all over her and DNA. And then he gets to go through trial and then tell his story. This is what happened. She attacked me first. She was going to kill me, kind of thing. And so I don't know why. It's just so interesting to me to say, listening to both sides of, well, number one, I don't believe the story that the killer tells, but it's intriguing to me.
Yeah, not a murder fan. Not a fan of those murder shows.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say fan. Just interesting how people's minds work.
Yeah,
Sorry to bring the party down.
No, I growing up out in the middle of nowhere, like,
that's kind of freaky.
Yeah, though that shit freaked me out. So so it's more residual, like, from where I was like, oh my gosh, somebody's on the loose. So yeah.
Like, how are we doing on time, Ryan? Now I'll segue into something.
We are the mouse story. Might be time for the mouse story. It's an hour.
No, I've got to save it for next week. We don't want to go longer than an hour.
Oh, we can go 105, 106 for the mouse story.
Okay, so I think I texted you this week saying I'm a big goofball because
now you were trying to.
I go into the garage because I want to take a picture for Ryan to upload.
I was hoping. I'm pulling for it. I'm pulling for the picture.
Okay, but then.
That's why I went with the man bun thing, because I couldn't find a good picture of a good free picture of a mouse.
Really?
That I wanted. Yeah, they were all weird cartoon drawings.
And now I'm even more determined. Okay, so my dad was like, ah!
What? like literally?
Yeah, that's how he talks to me. So I was like, it's like, because I said, Dad, this mouse during the middle of the day coming in, and I'm just waiting to try to take a picture of him because I got the camera out. I was talking to my dad. No, I didn't get the camera out. I was talking to my dad on the phone and talking about what you talked to my dad about, which is when you get your tires rotated and when the last time you checked the water and oil in your car. Because newsflash, going to extend this vow story out.
I need new tires.
When I was 18, I did not check my water and oil. And what happens is your car catches on fire. Your engine catches on fire. Okay. Hasn't happened since, Ryan.
Well, newer car, like a lot of newer cars, you just got to pay attention to the gauges.
Yeah. But hasn't happened since.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's still.
Always brings it up.
Always brings it up.
Go like, hey, Dad, he's 86. Hey, Dad, just checking in. It's like, are you waiting for the light to go on? You know, you can't wait for those lights to go on. Sometimes those fuses, because the light goes on to say maintenance time.
Right.
How long's the light been on? Just assume me. It's like, hasn't happened since. That's what I say every single call. Hasn't. When was the last time you rotated the tires? You know, and it bothered me forever. And then, of course, as I grew up, I realized there were 5 of us in the family, 4 girls and 1 boy. And he was so regimented. We had to learn how to change a tire. We had to know how to figure out if a flat was, the spare was in good working condition. We had to know how to change our oil.
Those are good skills.
Really good skills. And he didn't say the why. But as I grew up and went, he never wanted us stranded. Because if you got a flat tire, you can get off the road. I mean, if you know how to change a tire. And then if you rotate them, they're going to last longer. So you're going to minimize your risk of having a flat tire. And then, of course, don't neglect your car. That will cause a problem, which is the oil and the water stuff. Which and he trusts no fuses. He doesn't care how old your car is, because that would be like my typical dad, not lovey-dovey. But that's his dad way, and probably a lot of dads' way of saying, I'm protecting you, because no matter what, even though you can call in 2 seconds, because he says you can call, but what if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have a signal?
Yep.
And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Who's going to change that tire? You're going to change that tire. I said, well, likelihood CHP. But so anyway, I'm talking to my dad. So my dad, Dad, I gotta go. I gotta take a picture because the mouse came back. I said, what? He goes, a mouse. You got a mouse? I said, so I tell him the story. Totally not thought it was funny. Didn't think it was sweet. And I said, Dad, I don't think he lives here. He's going to this one box, and there's a trail that goes out back. Like he takes what he can and comes back. So he's like, if you've got a mouse that is so bold to come in during the day, you probably have 10,000 mice infestation. So, okay. So I have a pest control company that comes out quarterly to help, of course, with the lions, tigers, bears, mountain lions, and also ants, spiders, fleas, and the little beetles that eat your grass.
Wait, you got like
good news
for real mountain lions? Like
our town because we're in the valley, like a little canyon, lots of mountain lions. Not in my neighborhood. I always laugh with, because of course lions, tigers, and bears and mountain lions
cats are
aren't
scary.
really in my neighborhood. Mountain lions don't mess around. Mainly they're people who walk up in the trails.
I'd rather run into 5 coyotes than 1 mountain lion.
No, you won't run into it. It will run into you and eat you. That's kind of how it works. So when you see a mountain lion, just go, please go for my jugular first, because make it fast.
Yeah.
Don't maul me around, because that probably hurts.
Snap, like.
Yeah, I know, right?
Cat.
I thought you didn't like murder, Ryan. I thought you want to talk about murder. I don't want to talk about cats eating me.
Yeah, I don't eat cats. That's why I asked, because I'm like, man, cats are.
So we don't have. So our mountain lions don't walk throughout the town. Of course, we're protected with lions, tigers, and bears, obviously, because we have our service. The thing, though, that we do get a lot, because we're a big agriculture, we'll get wandering llamas, goats, cows.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, it's cool the first few times, but when they're holding up traffic, I'm sorry.
Right. I know.
And they only go in one direction.
The law. I was thinking llama, like, because I'm used to cows and stuff, so it'd be like, oh, it's fucking llama.
Because they're walking very smugly, going, walking down Main Street, right?
I'm a llama,
and then, right? So you have half the people who've ever seen it before, and they stop, and they're like,
they're flipping the bird. The llamas
are thing going, I gotta get to the dentist. Come on, llama, go to the sidewalk. Anyway. So
only you would be
impatient with a llama.
Late to the dentist because of a llama.
Well, come on. So newsflash for those who were on a farm with llamas, they're stinky.
Oh yeah.
FYI.
Most barn animals don't smell. Most don't smell good. I mean, like,
right. But they'll right. So, but they'll sheeps,
they don't smell great.
They're
either.
Wool, it doesn't smell great, but it's not as bad as a llama. I think llamas just don't. I think they just they don't go and rinse. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, so if I'm late for the dentist, I'm not getting out of my car and shooing a llama because.
They spit.
Like I said, you see the first one or two stop in traffic, you're like, oh, okay. When it's 10 or 15, and honestly, it's the same damn llamas each time. So you just, after a while, going, I'm late for the dentist, fix your fence. We're all in this together, kind of thing. So,
late because of Clyde.
I called
Clyde the llama.
Late because of Clyde the llama. But I call because when you have a service that comes and sprays the perimeter every quarter, you are a client and you can say, can somebody come and check if I've got a mice infestation, please? So they came out, and I wish I recorded it because it was kind of a who's on first, because the guys who do the extermination, that's their job. So they really don't care about, hey, it's really wild. It comes during the day and I'm trying to take a picture of it. So I'm trying to tell this guy, so here's the thing. And I didn't think that I don't see poop all over the place. Like, I don't hear pitter patters. I don't see anything in the house. And he's like, it's one of two things. It came from somebody else's house. They're cleaning up their yard. Maybe a wood pile they were living in. He just walked in, saw that you had some paper. He could maybe take it back. Or you've got a terrible infestation, like your dad says. So I said, okay. So check the house. Good news. No, you have one.
It's either a lost mouse or you have a problem.
So the good news is no infestation. We have
That's good.
One mouse. And so he said, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up these traps because I said, listen, I have a dog. I don't want poison. I don't want the snippy snaps in case it falls and the dog gets attacked by, anyway. So he's like, okay, we'll put these sticky traps. They're little boxes with sticky. He said, they'll get in there and then they'll just starve to death. And I said, and then what happens? He said, well, you'll check it every few days to see if your mouse is in one of these boxes. And if but the dog can't poke his nose enough to have it get, the dog can scooch it around, but the dog can't stick to it. That was his thing. I said, okay, so then if I find the mouse is stuck on the inside, what do you do? He said, and I quote, we come out with our big work boots on and we smash it. I said, what? I said, my friendly little mouse that came to visit, I said, he's going to starve to death. And when he's on his last legs, you're going to smash it. He says, well, I'm not going to put a almost live mouse in my truck. He said, what? He's looking at me. This is why I thought, oh, now this guy's thinking I'm really nuts because, and he's like, do you need to talk to my manager? He said, that's what we do, right? And I said, what do you mean? He said, we exterminate mice and rats when we're doing the mice and rats extermination thing. Meaning if I set up a trap and you called and said, hey, a mouse is in my trap, I'm going to kill it. That's what we do. I said, he goes, let me call my manager. His manager's name was Ryan, by the way.
Okay.
And so he said, all right, he goes, I'm not going to set up the traps. You have to service so we can come back. 2 hours later, ding dong on the door. Here comes Ryan. Hi, manager. You seem to have one mouse problem. And he said, I think we had a miscommunication. I said, no. I said, I'm happy there's no infestation. I did thank him for the, no lions, tigers, bears, mountain lions, and then all the other stuff they did. But he said, I just didn't like the fact that you killed the rats, the mice. He said, do you want a live mouse in your house? No. He said, so do you want us to set these up? He was just so matter of fact. He goes, do you want me to set this up? Yes. He said, so if it stays empty, you're good. If it's not, I could stomp on it, or we can. I said, can I just wait? He said, or you could just let it sit there, and when it starts not smelling good, you could just throw it in the garbage. So the mouse is,
unfortunately,
if he hasn't moved on,
that's
the end of the mouse. But the good news is no infestation. The bad news is there's only one direction that mouse. So if he comes in and he goes over.
Yeah, that's one of the weird, sad things about if it's a bunch of them, like
not good.
Kill them all.
When it's one, it's kind of like a cute
kill them
story.
all, but if it's
now,
one,
right,
it's like there's just one of them.
And intellectually, I know that one could turn into 100 because they reproduce
could be like you
mice.
were saying, like it could actually be pregnant. That could be because you said it was huge, and so then that could mean
so now here's
so
the list
many
of
more
people,
mice.
Right. Here's a list of people think I'm crazy. My dad, because I was trying to take a picture of the mouse. Because my dad would have just got a shotgun or something. He saw the mouse. He could have stomped it himself. He wouldn't need a box. Number 2, both guys from the service.
You do know we are. That is what.
And now I'm thinking to myself, the bad part is it's not like I did this over the phone as anonymous. These people know my address.
It's in the name.
Terminex, right? I use a different service, but this is part of the thing. Yeah. And I could see the look on both their faces going, I know I wasn't saying, please save this mouse's life, because where's it going to go? I wasn't invited in, and I really didn't want to come in and tear my stuff up.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of responsibility to say, being at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, and being like.
To be the executioner, to say, sorry, Mousy. I'm glad I didn't name him. But
yeah, I mean, with all the mountain lions and bears and hawks and critters out there, like something's bound to get it.
Yeah, so maybe he won't come back. Who knows? But it's that time of year. Oh, so the secondary thing is big rush of ants, because that's this time of year. The ants come through the cracks in the older homes, and ants, they like to visit.
Yep, they go. Ants are annoying.
Ants are annoying, but they spray.
I don't feel like they're like. I don't think of ants as super gross, though.
I don't either, but I do.
Like it's
if they're crawling on my hand, I just go squish. They don't bother me like if a fly was on my food.
Yeah, flies are gross.
Yeah.
Ants. Yeah. They're just ants doing ant things.
Okay, so we covered a lot tonight. Rest and relaxation with Rita and Ryan. Making plans. We're going to do Soch. We're going to get a landing page. We're going to get a merch. We're going to start having guests come July. You, our future guest dream people, besides our number 1 and number 2 fans, number 1s together, Kimmy and Chef Jenny Fox.
Yeah. I have a bunch of friends that would be cool to have on. We'll have Jeff and Liz on from Birmingham.
Can they juggle? Can any of your friends juggle?
Okay. Yeah, if you can.
Let's talk.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, we could do a show where your friends teach you to juggle.
I actually don't know which of my friends know how to juggle. I just
well,
know
you
it.
just threw it
I
out
just
there
know
like you were
it's.
bragging.
I just know it's. I just know it's statistically possible that one of my friends, at least one of my friends, knows how to juggle. So I think, yeah, I know it's statistically possible.
So can we get
probable.
one of your friends just say, everybody, we would love to have you on the show. We're really looking for a juggler in this group. So the juggler gets the first appearance. Maybe you can present it like that.
Sure.
Okay, just spitballing here. All right, we talked about true crime and how pastors are murdering their wives all over the world.
Yeah, there's something to there.
Be careful, ladies.
Don't marry a pastor.
All right, and the mouse update. And I think we have a show, my dear.
All right. Yeah.
So thank you to Kimmy, Jenny, and Ryan's mom for watching us. And thank you for everyone who watches us. So we know people are watching. I don't have the analytics on it because it's under Ryan, his Trash Conductor YouTube page. But we hope you enjoy it. We enjoy it, and we're looking forward to going live, having phone calls, having guests, because we really love talking about things. We've got more things planned. But thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you always. I always love talking with you. It cheers me up.
Always
I'm always happy.
Yeah, always fun. And
are you less tired now that we've done the show? It's a yes or no.
No, it's I'm not as like you know that after work fog where it's like what is going on? Like I don't have that I'm not as brain tired, I guess, but my body still feels very tired.
You did really well. I would not have known.
That is if that is exhausted. So it's a yes and or no and type it's a both. Like I am both a little energized, but I am sore, which happens when you do things.
And you promoted Sam Tripoli's show.
Yes, and speaking of promoting, guys, don't forget to go to smallbusinesspodcast.org. Check out Rita's page, and on there, instead of reading off our Twitter, you can see it, and social media is listed all on the website, as well as mine at trashcanconductor.com. There are links to all of my social media things there, like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And we're glad you guys listened. And comment or let us know what you think. We're glad you're here.
We are. Have a great week.
You too. Thanks, everybody.
No, I wasn't talking to you, Ryan. I was talking to everybody else.
And I was trying to add on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.